This Wednesday, there could be a $3.4 billion US sell-off in the market, and in this exact video, I will talk about what this means currently for Bitcoin. I will talk about the most important charts and resistance in this entire trend, so don't forget to slap up that like button back above 300 likes on today's update video. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So once looking at Bitcoin on the imminent short term, we can clearly start to see Bitcoin is of course currently trading over the course of the weekend, and because it's weekend, we created that CME gap, and the CME gap is sitting somewhere around 26,000 US dollars, and I am expecting that either Bitcoin is going to creep up towards this price later today, or if this is not going to be happening, I expect this is going to be happening on the beginning of the Monday. So whatever happens, I think that either at the end of today or the beginning of tomorrow, Bitcoin is going to trade somewhere around $26,000, what is from of this place onwards a little bit higher than we're currently trading on. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we are currently seeing that Bitcoin is hanging on critical support on that 1 hour time frame. You can see that this level right here has already provided support more than 3 times in the past, and once again I won't be surprised that this level once again is going to be providing support this time around again here. So Bitcoin is currently hanging on support. What is important to understand is that it is currently indeed weekend, and due to the fact that it is weekend, we're probably not really expecting very big moves, and if Bitcoin is going to be pumping and goes above the CME gap, so let's say to 26.2k or whatsoever, I expect as well that over the end of the weekend we're going to come back again here. So I am not really expecting any big moves here, only that Bitcoin is going to be bouncing back towards that 26,000 US dollars. Also looking at the 12-hour time frame, we're still creating that bullish divergence on the 12-hour time frame, also on the daily time frame. Nothing new here, nothing is changing up here. Bitcoin, if you're zooming out of it, is just super boring. It's been going sideways for over 25 days right now in a row, and yeah, we're just waiting before the next move is going to get initiated. Further on, we can currently see that Bitcoin is still hanging on that super important daily support level, and as long as we're holding back above this support level, trading around 25.8k, I don't really see a big reason to worry about Bitcoin right now in the imminent short term. Only right now there are two gigantic risks in the market, and the first one I'm going to talk about is of course Binance. The second one I will talk about later on today's video here, but of course yesterday we saw that Binance released their 10th reserve audit report, but the auditor of the report was self-verification, and given this, do you still trust Binance? Because the auditor of the report on how much balance they have and how much customer balance they have has been done by themselves. So yeah, can we really trust it? Because it's not a third party, it's not an unreliable party, it's just Binance themselves. And of course they're going to say that they have enough funds, because if they will say that they do not hold enough funds on their exchange, they're going to go bankrupt straight away here. That's just a very easy thing to be saying. So given this, do you still trust Binance? And of course that is why I've been saying this for quite a while here. If you hold all your funds on Binance, start to diversify, and I am using BYBIT. I've been saying this for quite a while. There is an insane deposit bonus running right now here. You can get a free $1,000 on either Bitcoin or XRP in a long or short position, and all you need to do here is go to today's video link's description, signing up an account using that link below here, and after that you only need to deposit $100 within 7 days, and you can claim that free $1,000 on Bitcoin or on XRP. So that is very important to be paying attention towards. And yes, there is still collateral risk for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can still go lower. First of all, we're about to be having that death cross happening here on the daily time frame, and the last time a death cross happened on Bitcoin, it was here all the way back up around 48 to 43,000 US dollars, and of course Bitcoin went all the way down to $15,000 before crossing bullish again around that 20,000 US dollar mark. So yes, there is about to be happening a death cross, but more importantly, FTX is expected to receive approval to liquidate the following assets on September the 13th. More than $685 million on Solana, more than $500 million on FTX token, and you can see also these other coins, what is of course a significantly less, but also is a significant amount of money that's going to be dropped on the market. So they are holding more than 3.4 billion US dollars worth of crypto in April, and the current proposed plan is to sell off $200 million for every single week. And since they're holding so much Solana, we could be expecting that Solana potentially is going to start to see an even more movement towards the downside, since the liquidity is not necessarily so high in the market right now here. In the bull run, you always have a lot of liquidity. In the bear market, the liquidity is very absorbed, and that is why the question really remains, can they even sell off $700 million worth of Solana? And can they even sell off $500 million worth of FTT token? I personally do not really think so, but this is of course a huge risk for Solana. And after this news hit the market, Solana dropped straight away more than 7.5% in just a matter of 2 4-hourly candles. So Solana is definitely dropping very hard here, and personally I won't be surprised that it could even drop further on here. And you have to understand, many people are right now expecting Solana is going to drop significantly, and due to that, maybe we can start to see that this is going to revert, because once everyone is betting short, we usually tend to reverse the other way around here. But there's definitely a very big collateral risk for Solana. I've been bearish on Solana ever since we hit the range high, and since we hit the range high here, Solana has been basically going down more than 30% already here. So while Bitcoin maybe has been dropping 10% here, Solana once again down more than 33% here. So be very careful with these altcoins. Also, looking at the bigger perspective for the market, the dollar index is right now also seeing a big bounce back towards the upside, and actually it is right now running in towards critical resistance. And to be very clear, next week as well, we're going to have new inflation data, and the core inflation data looks to be dropping by 0.4 to 0.3% here. What is absolutely insane. And if that happens, we could potentially see some more strength in the dollar index. But more importantly, if that happens, we're probably going to see more strength in the Bitcoin price action, since core inflation is the inflation where we are looking at. And if it's going to be dropping below that 4.3% level, it's going to be just super bullish for the market. So I'm looking forward towards this event. It's also going to be happening this Wednesday, so we're just going to be on the lookout for this news data, because it's going to be influencing the market significantly. Then looking at Bitcoin, if you're just comparing this Bitcoin cycle towards the previous bear market, it actually looks very similar towards each other. I do understand that the time horizon on the previous bear market was a little bit bigger, and also in the previous bear market, once we broke out, we already had the halving, but it doesn't take away that we're creating some similar price action for Bitcoin. What I also want to be pointing out here is, if you're looking at the weekly time frame, you can currently see that Bitcoin is hanging on that weekly support from the RSI, what is also pretty an interesting level if you would ask me here. But just in the bigger perspective of it all, if you're just looking at Bitcoin, we're currently hanging on weekly support here, and as long as we're not breaking below this level, I don't see a reason to panic around Bitcoin. And of course, if you're looking at Bitcoin, you're zooming out here at this bigger trend here, you can spot this legendary support line towards the upside. You can clearly see that the worst case scenario, in my opinion, for Bitcoin to go to is $22,000. And if Bitcoin were to come down to $22,000, it would be a gift, and I will be definitely be a huge buyer in this market. So let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did enjoy it. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.